entrust your crypto assets to centralized exchanges that actively sell your private information and front-run your trades? Would you like to buy and sell your assets without any middlemen, intermediaries, or robots? Do you like paying slippage, fees, and having the price go up as bots steal from you on low-liquidity decentralized exchanges? The solution is nodemarket.io. Set your guaranteed buy or sell price. No middlemen, no slippage, no bots, ever. Buy or sell 1, 10, or even 10 million tokens, and you never have to worry. OTC trades are between you and the seller or buyer, guaranteed by audited smart contracts and no human middlemen. Nodemarket.io.
Brandon!
Hey, buddy.
What's going on?
Oh, we have a lot going on. A lot going on. Don't mess with us.
Man,
Is there a lot going on? We made some records yesterday. Did you know that? We set some records.
Did
in
we?
Bitcoin. Yes, we did.
Was
the
it
biggest?
The most amount of dumbasses getting nuked at leverage in 1 hour? What a bunch of...
That's insanity, dude. That was the biggest 2-minute drop in the history of Bitcoin.
Dude, Bitcoin was like this. Then it was like everyone saw Hillary Clinton naked, straight down. Then, I mean, dude, people got whacked. How much was it total?
Oh my gosh, like 900 million overall. Like if you cross all the markets or something like that. In that 2-minute span, $450 million got wiped out. So what happened was one of the exchanges, one of the market makers decided to put a huge market sell order in, and then it just dominoed. It dominoed every single.
That was a mistake, wasn't it?
It wasn't a mistake. It was on purpose.
Then why would you do a market sell order? You get destroyed with those.
To get all those liquidations out so BlackRock could buy more. So at a lower price. I guess they did it on purpose, they said. Because they knew it would cascade all the dominoes, and it worked.
All these dumbass mofos, these mofisias, I'm going to try not to use profanity today.
So
all
that one...
they all take on stupid leverage as quick as possible. They don't even wait for the body to get cold.
So they did the math on that one order. It was like 26,000 Bitcoin they ended up triggering. So they sold it at, 98,000. Yeah, $2.5 billion they sold it for. They ended up buying it all back at $2 billion. So they made about 20% on, they did exactly what you did, Nick. So, but they triggered the market to do all those sell orders. Yeah. They mathed it out. They made about 20% in a matter of 5 minutes or whatever it was. So that's why when you saw it dip, it started getting bought back up really quickly after all those liquidations hit. They started buying it back up quickly. And so they made about, $5 billion. So they got all their stuff back for cheaper.
I'm still 2022 gun shy. I looked at that yesterday and I thought, I should do something right now. And then I thought, no. What if this turns out to be like Kraken, or
yes. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like if it was a real deal, like if it was like the end of this cycle. If
the news was because something has happened and it's bad, like, $14 billion worth of Bitcoin is gone missing or something, I'd be like, ugh.
I had the same thoughts watching it because I was sitting there watching the candle. I just happened to be watching it when it happened, and I saw the red, and then my chart, the red candle went down off my screen, and I'm like,
"Did you?"
What? So then I looked, and I'm like, "Nothing you can do," and you're like, "Yes."
Did you follow this Hawk Tuah bullshit? Bullcrap.
Yeah. So Haley Welch. So if you guys don't know this, so Haley Welch, she basically, you saw her initial thing. She got her 5 minutes of fame, but she actually turned it into something to where she's actually got a podcast now. She's done interviews with Mark Cuban and all those other yahoos, and she gets all these guys together in her podcast, right? So a couple weeks ago, she decides she's going to launch a meme coin, which is absolutely stupidity, right? So then 2 days ago, she launches the meme coin. 96% of the meme coin went to insider wallets. The coin got up to $500 million market cap in a matter of seconds. And then immediately those wallets started selling in 50K tranches down to 60. It dropped all the way from $500 million down to $60 million. And basically, they're screwed. She's screwed. She's screwed up. She's going to get, there's already like lawyers like reaching out. If you lost money in Haktua, by all means, reach out. You can't do that as a public figure, launch a coin, distribute 96% to the insiders. So they did this Twitter Spaces. They get on there and everybody's like, so what happened? How come you gave it to insiders? They're like, we didn't, not a single insider token sold. Yeah, because, and then everybody's like calling out, yeah, because hundreds of thousands sold. They're like, oh, they must have been sniped, type of thing. We have all those guys on SAFT agreements and all this stuff, and they just can't sell. Anyway, then these guys that get on there, like, these guys are smart. They're like, we can see the blockchain, right? And they're just like, they can see the cluster of wallets. They can see literally everything, and they're showing these guys. They deleted the recording, and now the lawyer's out to get him. We haven't heard boo from Haley Welsh since. Then now, I guess her lawyer came out and said she ended up getting paid beforehand just $125,000 fee, and she only got no tokens. So her only thing was to do the token, just basically advertise.
Also, she never disclosed that, did she?
No, she did not. So now she's trying to backtrack, being, well, I never even did the token. I just was advertising for a token under my name, because now she's realizing she royally
screwed it
up. Like, this is big, bad. She was doing great. Like, credit to her for whatever her like little shenanigans were. She could have just been fine. She was going to all these events. She was making all these sponsorship deals, got all this money, and then she decides to do this.
Well,
but now the poly market bet is, will she go to jail?
Yeah, she got a little greedy. I don't think she'll go to jail.
I don't think she will. There's too many bigger cats. But like,
won't go to jail, but she's going to get hit with a fine that is ridiculous, and she's probably going to end up paying every single penny she's made, all of it back on this deal.
She screwed up, man. I don't feel bad. I think she should have been smarter. Yeah, but she was just young and naive, and she's like, she's just not smart. But she's into crypto, so
she probably had a bunch of people tell her everything was fine, and she said, "Okay." I mean, who knows, right? Who knows?
Who knows? Like, who knows? Honestly.
You like Ethereum over 4K?
You know what? I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. I could live with Ethereum over 4K for at least a week if you wanted.
Should we talk about Gamer Token?
Oh,
yes. So you'll notice part of our little blurb there, our little news thing is NGMRT, stands for Gamer Token. So that's the gaming company. Okay, full disclosure. We, as private clients, we invested in it. So just know that this is what the Haktua disclaimer. We bought a lot of it. Our release schedule is on the TGE, which they're planning to be the 16th of January, tentative. They're trying to get some tier 1 exchanges, but tentative, January 16th, the GMRT token would launch. We don't know what the launch price is. We assume they're going to get information from how the GMRT token does over, say, the next month to make they're going to, unlike what Twin did, they're going to actually look at the market information and price accordingly.
You mean they're going to use all the data that's collected? Well, that's
crazy. Weird. It's crazy.
Of hundreds of thousands of dollars, they're going to use that data? Okay, cool.
And so what the thing that these guys do that I don't know if everybody understands, and I put a lot of their info out on all the pages on the matter of fact, we should probably put some of that in the dashboard.
We will. Except if you look at this. Oh, go ahead.
Why this one? I was going to say why this one, Brandon, is probably easy one for you to explain is because you have a lot of gaming experience and tournament experience and stuff like that. And so reducing latency for bad bandwidth, for bad ping, for all that, that's huge because that can be the difference in being competitive and not, or even being able to play the game and not.
You know what this does, and I'll explain it this way because this is important. The way that we did our Clash Royale World Finals, they had to fly everybody to the same arena so that everybody was on the same LAN, which is the local area network, so that there was no discrepancy between the pings that players were getting to get an advantage. If you're playing across the world in Romania and trying to play somebody in the United States, you could have a faster ping time and be able to respond a lot quicker. And so what this does, just to make it as simple, this expands that arena worldwide, so everybody doesn't have to fly to Los Angeles and deal with all those crazy people there by the Staples Center and play their little tournament.
What these guys do is it's more complex than this, but here's the basics. When you're playing a video game, from scene to scene and moment to moment, not everything has to change completely. So there's a lot of kind of wasted bandwidth in having all of this prepared background visual, prepared ground, like all of this graphical heavy load stuff is at the ready, and a lot of it doesn't need to be. So they have this AI predictive engine that goes and predicts based on the way people play, the history of the game, their gaming history, like all of these factors. It predicts what of that graphic bandwidth needs to be at the ready to serve or not. So long story short is, it's like if that mountain is not going to be in this picture, we don't even need any of the data for the mountain, because that's not going to happen. So we can reduce the amount of effort that the game needs in order to be played. So you can roll out big titles, really graphic heavy titles, to places with really bad Wi-Fi. Like they did this big demo in a place where it was a mall in like some third world country, and they were using the Wi-Fi from the shopping mall, if you can believe it, on a MacBook Air to run the game.
Nice.
So when you're seeing that demo, so basically they can run these games at like 4% of the required bandwidth.
Oh, that's so cool.
So anyway, it's really cool, and there's more to it. They're doing a lot of really cool stuff kind of in there, but I mean, a lot of people are into gaming, and if you can create something that lets even more people participate on a more even playing field, it's pretty good. Bam. Anyway, bam.
That's pretty dope.
That's what GMRT is. So we're going to launch the proxy token in GMRT.
You mean what? This one?
What? Bam. Yeah, go ahead, Brandon. Take it away.
Yeah, all the information's on Node Market now, so you can link to the website, the white paper, go check it out. So what Nick's saying is we're going to put all the listings just like we did in Twin. They'll be over here, and Leave, actually. I think that was the same. Because on day one, you're going to be able to do a swap for this one. On day one, you don't have to wait the 30 days. You'll do the swap right over to the GMRT token. So all these listings, I'll fill this up today, and you can go buy whatever you want amount. They're 12 cents. That's exactly what the price they'll be. You can just fill the order, and just standard procedure for buying any of the tokens. So
day one swappable. There's no lockups or anything like that. And then they're going to watch what's going on over here, and I think they're going to use that to inform their pricing information. They're not going to work with a lot of the spammier launch pads that want the 2 cent token releases and the 3 cent. They're like, look, also these guys are funded. So these guys already raised $5 million on the equity side.
That's dope.
Which is good, because you don't want to be dealing with a poor team.
Yes. So this will all go to them too. And then also this is good for Node Market, because that increases Node Market sales for the next month. So if you have NFT, you're happy. This is a win-win.
Well, you're already happy if you have an NFT, because not only do you get you get all of the revenue from the exchange, but you also get on your node factories higher percentage return between it would be between 15 and 28% or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly 14 to 28%, depending on how many NFTs you have. More, essentially. So
that's a woo woo. So anyway, there you go. So that's our kind of obvious sales pitch. So anyway, it's for anybody that hasn't seen anything about the gamer token or about the where would they find information on that, Brandon? Just go to Digital Investor or just right here.
On the token?
Yeah. Oh, well, no,
on
the company. On the company. What's the
easiest? On the company,
way?
it's all on Node Market now. We put all the information on Node Market. So Captain, again, yes, you can definitely go buy it 12 cents and list it at 11 cents if you want, all day long. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't
like Dan? Yes, you can definitely do that, Dan. You go buy at 12 cents, keep listing at 11 cents. Perfect. You sound like NFT guys.
Or put offers in at 13 cents and we'll fill them.
Yes. Gas is really high, so I don't know if you guys are going to fill a ton of orders today, but like, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't.
No, private clients got in for less.
Do you want to tell them how much?
Well, let me tell you. I'm not going to tell you the price because that's kind of part of the SAFT agreement, but I will tell you this. We are locked up as the digital private clients got in, and we're locked up. So the way it works is we get 7.5% of our total tokens at the TGE date. And then there's a 3-month cliff, 90-day cliff. And then they start to distribute over a 20-month unlocking period. So it's a pretty long unlocking period. So there's not going to be any big dumps. This isn't like, even with Twin, the unlocks were much higher.
You know what? This is smart. We should actually get them to integrate a pool on day one so that people can lock these up day one, kind of like we're trying to work on with Lead, maybe.
I floated the idea. I think they want to see how this token does pre-sale before we start building pools and stuff like that. So yeah, I was on with them this morning. Yes.
Yes. Perfect.
And yes, Dan, you could instantly list it for 13 or 14 or whatever. You can do whatever you want. But I would say until the initial tranche of 10 million tokens is sold, I don't know anybody that would pay you extra when they could just go buy it for 12 cents, right? Like, yeah.
Right.
How does NGMRT monetize make money for it? What do you mean? How does the proxy asset make money for you? Well, you're buying it you're buying it with no lockups, first of all, which is cool. So that on day one, you get the tokens and you're not locked. Everybody else investing, private round, seed round, angels, all them, KOLs, they all are locked up.
That's the best benefit to this is you can buy up to way more than those guys bought and not have a lockup. That's the bonus here.
They're all going to be stuck in this thing for a year or almost 2 years, all of them. And you're not. You're stuck in it for the first day. If you wanted to deuce, you could. I think what they're doing makes a lot of sense, and it's an easy sell. So to me, it's a picks and shovels play. I like those. And yeah, that's what excites me about it. So there you go. Yeah.
Yes, token address is on the site. It's right here. You can add it to your MetaMask by clicking that. You can also view the contract and everything else there.
No, 11. God, you guys read the documentation. I'm not going to read the white paper to you guys. Be a little bit more adult than that. Read the white paper. Yes, it has value, but no, I'm not going to convince you to do it. If we're being honest, every one of you here is here for number go up. Be honest right now. Be honest, every one of you. Do you really, really give a crap what any of these companies do, and Bitcoin included? Or are you really here if I woke you up at 3 a.m. and Brandon slapped you across the face and he said, "Why are you here in crypto?" It's for number go up. Every one of you. I don't want to hear your shit. Oh, well, what is there a special utility? Please. We want utility to validate the fact that number go up. That's why we want utility, wide scale adoption, and the hoarding effect.
That's right.
I'm using that because that's a good example. I'm not singling you out. I'm just saying we're all here. Yes, lifestyle. That's a good way to put it. Lifestyle chips. Well said. We're all here for number go up. But yes, you want some value and utility. But remember, value is a thing that's different to each one of us. That's why if you look at Brandon, his portfolio and mine, they're similar, but he has a lot of peripheral stuff that I don't have. And I've got some stuff he doesn't have because we still value things differently. We agree on a lot of stuff, but no two people here are going to have the same value assessment for every single asset. That's a relationship you have with the facts or whatever you consider the facts. So you got to do your own research. That's why I ever say, do your own research. Like, why? Well, because otherwise you kind of haven't earned the right to invest. Oh, unrelated. There's a lot of bullcrap emails going out for Coinbase to fix your wallet. Oh, log in here, fix your wallet, start a new wallet, all this kind of stuff. They want to get your login information if you haven't figured that out.
Oh, that's weird.
So
why would they want that?
I don't know. Like, why would you want to log into my Coinbase?
Jerks.
So, yeah, be careful. And on most of those exchanges, you can whitelist addresses, and you can make it where any non-whitelisted address you just can't send to. That's good too. I think that's a good safety feature too. Like I have that over at Kraken. Everything's whitelisted, and I just can't send to non-whitelisted wallets. So if someone were to pilfer my account, all they could do is send money to my account. Now, they could go buy crap assets, I guess, but they can't do that either because I have 2FA for trading as well. Kraken's cool. There's a 2FA just for making trades where you need to get your Google Authenticator, that little number snippet, even just to push the buy button or the sell button. Pretty cool. It's too bad no one uses Kraken.
I know. That's the problem. The liquidity over there sucks.
All right. Other than that, so that's great. So gamer token ready. Cool. Other than that, do we have any stuff we need to cover before we go behind the wall?
Yeah, let's just hit something up really quickly because I think this is important here. Let me switch wallets here. Okay, that wallet is that one. Okay, so you go over to the, if you go to your Hypercycle node manager, you see the node factories. We've changed this button here. It used to say transfer node factory, which it is what it does, but it also isn't what it does. So we changed it more so that people don't click on it inadvertently. A couple people clicked on it, even though I made a video on how to transfer your node factory. This one is a little bit different. You have to go through a whole system to transfer. You're basically transferring the share ID out of the V2 manager contract because you want to manage it yourself and you know how to do that. I don't think a lot of people are ready for that yet. So we have to have that there, but we also don't need it. So we changed it more correctly so that it's more ominous. ID change proposal is what it is now. So most people won't click that. If you did do that already and you're like lost in confusion, I made a video on how to reverse that now. And so just reach out to me, or I already put it on the dashboard. So you'll see that video and it should be able to fix it.
I got an idea.
What's up?
Could we put one of those little things, you know how like when you scroll the cursor over, it has like a little eye for info. And then like you scroll over it and it says, don't do this unless.
Yeah, there should be a red warning on that one for sure. So yeah, we'll do that.
Ooh, or maybe we could just color the button red.
Like a red button? I don't like red. Yeah. It's like really scary. But I guess
red is scary.
Red's scary, but then I guess that would work, right? That would do the ticket. That would do the ticket.
Red death.
Yeah. Node factory pools are a hit. Everybody likes them. If you haven't check yours out. Don't claim it though, because it's flipping expensive. Gas, when ETH pumps, this is what happens to gas. That's a product of ETH pumping. Anyway, that's it. That's all we have today. The other thing. No, I had one more question, an email. Somebody was going in here and they're like looking at this page. This is the Jupiter. This is the voting page. And they're like, well, let me not say it. Let me say it nicely. Okay, so they said they can't find their tokens, but they can see their tokens here staked. So let me explain how this page works. So this is the staked amount. This is my voting power because it's unstaking for this wallet. So you see I have half the voting power and it says I have 19 days left. The person was looking at this number here and it said 0 jupe. They're like, well, that means I have 0 jupe. But they sent me a screenshot of their staked tokens. So your tokens are staked, so they won't show up. This is your wallet. And if you hit this button here, you can see that you could unstake all of them. I'm already unstaking, so it won't let me. But you can just kind of click around and see things. So just click around a little bit. You're good. You're good. And you should be able to see whatever you need to. So this says I have 0 jupe in my wallet, which is true because I staked everything in this wallet. But now it's unstaking and I have 19 days left. So it's half unstaked, basically. Well, I have half the voting power now. So on that wallet. So anyway.
Interesting.
Easy.
Okay. Oh, it kind of makes me think. Some people were kind of confused about what we were talking about the other day about all the stuff that's coming. We'll talk about that behind the wall.
Oh, dope. Yes.
Any questions about that stuff we'll talk about.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's it. Neil has called it. So it is said.
Did he now?
So it shall be done.
Did he? Okay.
So he has decreed. So it shall be.
Going behind the proverbial wall now to continue the broadcast privately for the digital investors and digital private clients. If you'd like to join us, simply go to nickblacknext.com and subscribe to one of our plans and immediately take advantage of our library of tools, tactics, and information. It's all designed to help you learn, grow, and manage your portfolio like a pro. Join us now.